Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we are playing Slay the Princess. I am literally playing this game because Markiplier played this game and yeah. I watched like a couple of minutes of him play it and I thought it was really fun. So I don't know anything about this game. I know that you have to kill the princess and it's kind of like alternate decisions maybe. But anyway, let's just go ahead and hop right into it. Warning, by the way, there are a lot of trigger warnings, as you could see in that, I hope.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Slay. Literally.
You're here to slay her.
Oh.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh. Oh, we have choices, okay. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
I appreciate the mental exercise we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless,
wow.
Let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Oh, okay. How can I trust you, though?
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
That sounds mean, though. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I mean, how can you say nobody wants the world to end? I don't want to kill the princess. Just saying.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right? I
just realized that's where nihility comes from in Honkai Star Rail. I am so smart. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
I mean, a person's a person.
If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Okay, I don't like this narrator. I feel like this narrator is going to turn out to be a bad guy. Because, like, I mean, a person is a person, you know? A person's a person. Silently continue, I guess. No more morals.
Short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. I don't like this narrator. I had bad vibes from the narrator.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Do you guys see my pointer? Like, look at the finger on that thing.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I mean, you're kind of right. I don't want to kill the princess.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh, she sounds a little evil.
She sounds dangerous.
Yeah, she does.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Kinda sounds like Ayano from Yandere-sem.
You walk down the stairs.
Pretty.
Lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I mean, maybe. Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
Uh-uh.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare.
Narrator.
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yeah. Drop. I'm gonna drop. I don't want to kill her.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clack.
He's so angry that I did that.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I like talking.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Dang, she's trying to take me on a date? You coming on to me? I'm gonna pick it.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
So what's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, you're a little sassy.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Okay, I get you. I'm gonna trust her, though. I'm gonna trust her. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
Okay, you know what? You're apparently going to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Oh, she looks a little crazy.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Ain't wrong.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do
That's
you?
true.
What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Okay, I will say I like that she's not like boo-hoo kind of crying, woe is me, trying to get us to trust her or anything, sob story. I like that she's a little sassy.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
How would I let you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I didn't ask you.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm
Oh.
sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the
She
blade.
saw it.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
Cut off her hand?
Right, she is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding.
Shut up, narrator, pretty girl. I'd do it for the pretty girl.
Binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light again.
Yeah,
They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
that's plausible. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Oh,
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
try the
You
doorknob.
try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Is the narrator doing this? Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I ain't gonna do it.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
I don't like this narrator. He is so mean. I don't want to. I'm not gonna kill her in this run. I'm not gonna do
Easier
it.
For whom?
I'm not gonna kill her because this narrator.
Easier for everyone.
Nah, I'm not gonna kill her. I'm not gonna do it.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Who's they?
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save her.
Against your better judgment,
Ew.
you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh.
Why's she looking at me like that?
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Ew.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
So the narrator is the bad guy?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah.
Watch me.
No. Oh, God.
You bring the blade down
Oh.
and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally, okay? There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious?
I didn't want to do it. It's the narrator.
I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you.
Huh.
Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one,
Dang.
but I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
No. Give up.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker.
Dang.
You fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again.
Dang, she kind of badass though.
Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
Dang,
If we're
girl.
lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she gets out.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground.
Look, I didn't want to do this. I blame the narrator.
Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess.
It can't just end like this, right?
I'm sorry, but it's over.
It's your fault, narrator.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
This is the narrator's fault. This is all the narrator's fault. I wanted to help her. We were getting along.
You're on a path. You're here.
Oh my god, okay. Let's actually go kill her this time.
I'm not being a pessimist. You're being in just rest.
Okay, yeah, I want to go kill her this time. The story's a little bit different every time. So let's make it...
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Oh, it is different.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
I'm not gonna take the blade.
Blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive.
Yeah.
If we're unarmed.
Yeah.
Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
The voice of the broken. See, I don't want to kill her. I want her to be our
The
friend.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
This is actually kind of nice.
Uh-huh.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Dang, that's just a little
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
booming boy.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Okay, I don't like that.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
You shouldn't have come down here unarmed.
Last time, you remember.
We need to
Oh.
get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Okay, I don't like this.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Dang, she's like a I don't know, superhero now.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
I'm sorry.
Disappointed in us?
Me.
Kneel.
Yes, ma'am. No. What if I be
Words don't
mean?
leave your
Oh.
mouth. Instead, your legs buckle.
I was
and your
gonna try
knees
to
hit the
resist
floor.
this time.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
She remembers.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old
Ooh,
is
her
a
face.
necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right.
It's like a paradox.
She's right. We've been here before.
And we've died here before. pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
Who's the voice of the broken? Is that... Oh, I guess it's the hero from before, maybe.
It's being melodramatic, but the point stands.
Yeah.
What are we even supposed to do to stop
Like,
her?
this is the new hero, and the voice of the broken was the old hero that we played
Look
as.
out. That's not good. Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Dang.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill.
Oh,
if
really?
you have it. But
Oh.
it is not a place for an equal.
Oh.
It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps. Or a pet.
Why your foot so big? What would you have me do? What have you planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
So powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world.
Yeah.
That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful God unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
Okay, so she's like an evil god.
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
Okay, I'm gonna move myself over here for you guys, just so you can see the writing a little bit better. I'll read out my choices for you guys, don't worry.
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
I mean, you're something, right? I'm gonna move you guys so you can see the voices and stuff. Okay, let's put you right here.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what
Ooh.
you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
The narrator is always messing stuff up for us.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Oh.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
Dang.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Okay, you know what? Get him. He ruined our last run. Get him.
Rise, my little bird.
Yes, ma'am.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Oh,
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
This is so cool, the way they're both talking at the same time.
What a good disciple you are.
Thank you.
Come, it's time for us to leave.
Yes, ma'am. Take her hand. Oh. Oh. I got a achievement. But you don't take her hand. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't know. And I don't know how we even go looking for her.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I feel anxious. Does anyone else feel anxious?
The narrator's gone.
It is. Does that mean the world ended? Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
Something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. I don't want to look at us. I'm begging you, don't do this.
You approach the mirror. Oh, ooh. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. I look like a bracken. You're alone in this place that's empty. It's quiet here. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
You know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
You the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Kinda. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
What happens now?
Nothing as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
I was sent to slay the princess, to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
I mean, she's got a point here. Also, her voice is very angelic. Being cinematic, what happens if... What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh, everything was dark and you die. Thanks. Oh. Back to chapter 1?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is that you're here.
Oh, okay. Tab. Oh. Okay.
Don't mention it. A warning.
Okay, we gotta go back and so we're back
The
in
interior of the
chapter
cabin is all
1.
broken. You
Okay.
take the blade from the table. It'd be
Dude.
rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world
Okay,
without it.
this time I think we'll go ahead and slay her and see what happens now that we're able to. Let's slay the
Avoid
princess.
Good. She focus on the
Yeah.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Still your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I got a
I'm
knife.
probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
I'm still a monster.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course not, that was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up.
Well, dang.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
Probably gonna grab
I
us.
really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
Oh.
Wait. What was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Oh.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here.
Oh.
It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
I did do that.
For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, thanks. The razor.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Okay. Oh, but I already slew the princess. Sure, she was also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Okay, so the voice that cheated was the previous hero that we were just with.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were...
Okay, turn around and leave.
And away we go. Good call.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange.
Oh.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again.
Huh.
Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay, I'm going to the cabin. Sheesh.
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly.
Great. Okay. We're just in a time loop, I guess.
The interior of the cabin is a
Ooh.
jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Oh, approach the mirror?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Yeah.
Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Yeah. This is the one that we saw before we died second time.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
What are we, by the way? We look like we're some kind of like gremlin or goblin.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us.
Huh.
I hate this place.
The basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Hey, girl.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us.
Mommy, look at that
but she
face.
can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Oh, what if I just kill her this time? Slay the princess. Just kill her.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Hers at first, then yours.
Huh?
How? What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Ew.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Oh my god.
You're going to die now.
Oh, thanks.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
This is so ridiculous. Oh, I'm in 3 now. I'm at chapter 3.
You're on a path in the woods.
No, fuck that. If we're going to have to keep doing this over and over and over again,
Oh my god.
we're starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Yeah.
What?
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
This is our 3rd?
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an
Wow.
entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Then how about you get someone else to kill her?
Right, that's too much responsibility.
Yeah.
Impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched.
We take it.
Oh.
Okay, sure, you take the blade before
No
anyone
choice?
finishes telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
You walk through the door. You
It's a
do
mirror.
know what doors are, right?
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again.
It isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you
Huh.
can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror.
I am.
Well, it doesn't exist.
Eh.
Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Oh my god, this dude.
It's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Hey,
You
Pookie.
step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Okay.
Your body tumbles
Hey,
onto the
Pookie.
basement floor, and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
He's very jagged.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easier.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
Did they?
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves.
Bro, she's a knife.
Chain
That's why she's so sharp. She's made of blades.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
We're gonna have to fight her again, and there's gonna have to be a stiff, we're gonna have to be a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it.
Yes, yes. This is the best idea anyone has ever had.
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Let's see if we can turn off the part of us that feels things.
Pain is good. It's how we stay alive.
Nah, I'm sick of pain. Yeah, this whole thing would be a lot more tolerable if it didn't hurt so much.
Do your worst. I bet you can't even hurt me.
Sure thing. I love a challenge. I bet I can hurt you so much.
Oh my god.
The princess closes the distance and
We dodge.
you
Oh.
dodge.
And we fight.
Oh.
And you fight back.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
You and the princess enter a quick and vicious exchange, each of you wounding the other, but neither landing a fatal blow.
Huh.
Yes, yes, this is exactly it.
Look at her teeth.
But the dance couldn't last forever. All it takes is a
Dang.
single clumsy moment. She skewers you.
Gotcha.
Bruh.
Does it hurt?
No.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on it. No, you're in it. Where the hell are you? I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
If we didn't realize we were dead, then we made progress. Good job.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
I thought we were dead.
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many
Oh my
we can
God.
stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we keep moving, why not? It's not like dying again and again is doing us any harm. Let's see how far this little mind hole goes, shall we?
Come on, show me something new.
I'm gonna try flirting with her. Oh. He kills us again and again and again.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
She skewers you.
Oh.
You're cute.
Thanks.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again.
Just panic. Flee.
She skewers you.
Oh.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you.
Oh.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right.
One last time. That's all we need.
None of this is working. Think. Think.
He skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh. What? Oh my god, we keep looping.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body.
Oh my god.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Me for real.
I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Yeah.
Leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
We're on...
Small of a
Oh,
slide.
bruh.
We know.
Bruh. We're on the enemies to lovers arc.
Fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Yes, please.
Sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care. Just want to win. Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone.
Oh.
Do you want to see it?
No.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you.
Okay.
It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches
Oh.
and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera,
Oh.
pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
No, thank you.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
Okay, look. That's a little bit too far.
Yes, behold the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her
Dang.
out the window?
Society standards of women, oh my god. We can't all just be pieces of metal. Sharp metal, you know?
That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
Ew, I hate that sound in my
This is
ear.
fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. All right, what just happened? It's so quiet.
Yeah. Too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet, though that interaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes you as you approach, but her blow finishes its arc, and you're already somewhere else?
You're incredible.
Thanks. Your weapons clash again and again, and you hear her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of yourself. There is only the dance, the ebb and the flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between. The deeper you fall into the play, the faster your heart pounds, and the faster the momentum volley between you. endlessly building crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition and her strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Oh, okay. I got an achievement. Neither of you will survive, but neither of what you fear is to come. This is a good ending. Oh, the thing from before. You do not get to see the other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. Bloat, you've grown. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Seat to the cabin. No narrator? You're at the cabin. Am I the narrator now?
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
I don't want to be wiped clean. Oh my god. And what if I don't want you to bring more vessels? What if I just want to wait here forever?
Then we will remain here as we are now. Barely finished. Damp. Cavernous.
I have no need to wait. Are you going to be the same? Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
It does feel like to change like this.
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you.
Or
perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
when this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
You have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Okay. Destroy your body. You raise your will to end your life, but it buries into the space of your body. You should feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches out forwards and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Oh. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Okay, I'm dead again. Back to chapter 1. Oh my god.
You're on a path, you're here.
Yeah, we know. I get some sort of reward for
Yes,
this.
You'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Okay, come on. Let's just go.
You make your way. A warning. She will. We're not going to ignore
Okay, this is from the first chapter, so everything's the same.
the interior.
Okay, I'm gonna take the blade this time. Yeah.
Her voice. She said, "Don't." Good.
Yeah, this
She's
is the
so
same.
focused on-
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Squint at the princess while holding the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Yeah. Are you sure? Nah, we're gonna squint even harder.
Squint even harder.
Yeah.
So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I'd like to talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, last time I flirted with her. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then.
Okay, we've heard this.
Her sharp eye. She isn't. She is.
Oh,
Okay, we've
No.
done this. Okay, we did this one last time, so let's do this one. Keep her locked away. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
one way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't,
Yeah?
I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Oh.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
I'm winning.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the...
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains. She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her down here.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way.
I will have it my way.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay. We can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
She's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece.
Uh-huh.
I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Ignore her and go to sleep.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer.
Oh.
One silent footfall at a time.
Look at her fingers.
Cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe
Hey.
I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Like what?
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
How did I die? Didn't do anything to me. Okay, the nightmare.
Your Honor, you're here.
Yeah, okay. Go to the cabin.
A warning. She will.
Is it different in the inside?
The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Pick the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife?
Bomb.
Could we have a bomb? The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Into the basement.
You cross over the threshold.
Her
onto
eyes.
a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
Eyes.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be having it fun.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
I'm gonna talk to her.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Oh. Go right.
You turn to the right.
Yeah.
A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Ooh.
I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches,
Ooh.
your legs
She's got a
suddenly
mask.
go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Liver.
Why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck.
Ew.
It feels like static. And then... Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back.
One moment, and then you're gone.
Liver,
Just
nerves,
like
heart,
that.
lungs,
Ah,
nerves,
and
heart,
there's the
lungs,
fear.
liver. She pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
Um.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Fine, you win. I'll let you leave. Leave together.
No!
Yeah.
You come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving.
Bro, every time.
And,
Do you think you could just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster?
shit.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Oopsies.
Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
I don't trust having our back to her.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the feedback. Just focus on keeping us alive.
Right. Lungs,
Besides, I get the feeling she's telling the truth.
lungs,
She needs us alive.
He hasn't killed us.
lungs.
Step onto the stairs.
You place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the basement. You can feel the static prickling of the princess on your neck, your limbs buzzing with pins and needles,
Heart,
an uncomfortable and constant reminder that you exist,
lungs,
and that your existence is so very precarious.
lungs,
You're almost there.
heart,
The only thing left between you and the cabin is the now shut door to the basement.
liver,
It would be a real shame if it had locked behind you.
Don't say that.
liver. Oh, you snake. There wasn't even a door when we first got here.
Oh,
It was from last time. I told you we shouldn't trust
yeah, I don't trust the
I
narrator.
know he's messing with us, but you can't lose your cool. We need you right now. Remember?
Yes, I remember. Of course, I remember. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. This is so frustrating.
Thank you. And you? You'd really rather us die down here than let her out? Of course I would. As much as I want you to have a
Ah.
happy ending, the fate of the world is a little more important, and you still have a weapon. You can still make this right.
Lungs, liver,
Oh, look at that. It's locked. What a relief for the world.
nerve,
It'll open. You just have to give it a tug.
liver, nerves,
Pull
Ooh.
against the door.
lungs.
The lock gently
It's another
clicks
door.
open in response to your effort, and the door creaks on its hinges. This isn't right. That's not even the way it's supposed to swing. It's supposed to swing out.
You're not nearly as powerful as you'd have us think, are you?
Anyways, like he said, you're not really in control here, are you? I never said I was. If I was in control here, why would I need you to slay her? I don't know. Secret reasons?
The door is open. What are you dawdling for? It's time for us to go. The world is waiting.
Oh, hello.
The princess moves past you and into the cabin. This is it. This is your final moment to make things right. Kill her. I thought you wanted us to slay her. It's the same thing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now, or everything is over.
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, what do we do?
I said, what do we do?
Oh, do you want to hear from me now?
Yes.
Well, I thought you needed me to run the autonomic nervous system.
We do, but this is important. Look, I'll even do it myself. Just tell us who to trust. Brain?
Heart,
Right, heart. Lungs?
liver, nerves.
Okay, thanks. I got it. Heart.
You're terrible at this.
I know, I'm doing my best.
Yes, it's very hard to stay focused on running things when other people are talking to you, isn't it?
What are you doing?
Heart.
Finally, I can talk. Now, what were you asking me? Running everything kind of feels like popping in and out of consciousness. It's easy to lose track of things.
They were asking you for your blessing to trust me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, fuck this guy. Don't trust him.
Yeah.
So you'd have them trust her?
Oh, of course not. Can't trust anybody here but ourselves, but I guess that leaves us back where we started, doesn't it? I suppose if I had to make a choice, I'd pick the one that doesn't make our organs shut down.
Thank you for your gracious show of support.
But that's a marginal preference. We'll have to deal with him later. I'd just rather deal with him while our organs are intact.
Whatever. You heard what he had to say, so whether you trust me or not, killing her is still the best, nay, the only option you have worth taking.
All right, I'm done. You can let me take over again.
Finally, that was awful. I really don't know how you do it.
Heart.
You've been standing there staring blankly for a while now. And I have to say my patience is running a little thin.
Sorry,
So don't
Pookie.
make the lady wait any longer, okay? Open the door.
No thanks.
Nerves. Heart.
The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin.
Liver.
You bastard.
Hehe.
You've actually done it. You've actually doomed everyone.
Oh, where'd he go?
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it. But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
Princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
Oh, this again. Every time we start to get somewhere, you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memories return.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a...
Yeah, it's a mirror. Go to the mirror again.
This doesn't... It's calling us.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Oh, this time we're melting. You've withered? You find yourself in the long quiet again. Oh, on fire.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all
Yeah.
at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new. And to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
God, it's the same things over and over again. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
I go back now. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for
Yeah,
us to meet
I just...
again.
Why do we need to talk? Okay, terrifying
You're
vessel.
on a path. You're here.
Yeah, okay.
You make your way.
Okay.
We're not
Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Yeah, no blade. Let's try this.
good. She's. I.
Let's talk.
Okay.
Why do you look so happy? What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating
This
her
is
words
different.
before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness.
She's nice.
Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
She's nice this time. Hi, Andy. Let's see. So Princess is your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
That's suspicious.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself.
Huh.
Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted.
No.
Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
No, she's being nice this time. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I don't think you're actually that dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
See what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Thank you,
Did Alexa
Andy.
just
Aw.
subscribe?
Thank you for the subscribe, Andy. I appreciate you.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Girl.
She
We did
offers
that
the
already.
suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door
Oh.
at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
That's not good. Return to the bottom stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's
Who's
a slight
they?
panic rising in the princess's
Who's
voice.
they?
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Oh.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's
Oh.
a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna free her.
Fine.
I'm gonna free her. Pretty woman.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Girl is
She
crazy.
didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything?
She's a
It's like
princess.
she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Locked door.
We won't have any of
Oh
that.
my
The stakes
God.
are too high.
Narrator.
You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I
No.
can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your
No.
body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair.
We've
Watch
done
me.
this.
What are you doing?
I don't want to kill her. Warn her.
Stop that.
Oh.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her
No, I don't
heart.
want.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade
Oh.
from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that
This is
dying
so
a
different.
painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Girl.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A
Dang.
stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this.
Is she crying?
Oh, that's rich
Aw.
coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Cool. The damsel, okay.
You're here to
Okay. See to the cabin.
warn you.
Yeah, okay.
I think he just likes to hear the sound of it.
I do.
Yeah,
surely.
okay, okay. I don't want to hear the voices yapping. I want to get back to the princess. I'm actually excited about this route because this one's very different.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant. The
Yeah,
blade is
I'm not gonna take the blade. Enter. I don't want the blade. She's very nice in this round, so I want to try to
door
explore
the
that.
basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
Hey, this is nice.
The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
No roaches or nothing.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft...
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
No, I'm in love with her.
We don't
Don't
even
worry.
know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
Yes, I am.
Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Nah, we're in love. We're gonna get married. We're gonna get married.
You walk down
Oh,
the
she's so
stairs
cute.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, alright.
Oh my god.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense.
Yeah.
Our beloved's
Yeah.
hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion.
Yeah, you said that before.
Damned a whole world. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't.
Yeah,
Horrible
you
for
said
you,
this already.
maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yes.
We never saw a world end.
Yeah.
And now I'm
Yeah.
even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Ooh. Okay, you killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh. Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Remain
The
silent.
princess's eyes quiver as she waits for your response.
I didn't end the world? I didn't end the world.
She's clearly just saying what she thinks you want to hear.
Or she's innocent. How could a beauty like her be capable of ending the world? It's not rational.
Rescue
Rescue
her.
her?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity?
It's okay. People
Even if you
change.
wanted to
I can
unleash
fix
onto
her.
the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
I can fix her.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are?
Yeah.
You'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chain. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and
Ooh.
kill her?
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will
Ooh.
end our life without a second thought.
Hey, yo, wait a minute.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Yeah, that's kind of true.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Stretching, Layla. Stretching for you, Layla. Don't worry.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, so you remember?
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
I'm happy with this one.
If only you had a weapon. One slip of the wrist
No.
and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power
Yeah.
of love?
Yeah.
Sigh.
The power of love.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of
Yeah.
someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection,
I think.
and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you
I
want.
just want to make you happy.
Anime eyes.
Just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
The music got weird when she changed her eyes. You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Why is she so anime?
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
I want you to make me unhappy.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy, I can make you unhappy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Why is she getting so distorted? Again? Oh my god. I didn't die. Okay, we're here.
She was our perfect match.
She's gone.
And is that a...
Okay, we'll go to the mirror.
This
As
here-
always, we're back here. The remains you've unraveled. Alright. I'm here again. Proceed to the cabin. Hey Pookie, we're here again.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Oh, not this again. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for
Really?
you.
Okay, we're dead again. Oh god.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here.
Okay, how do I do it this time? Viva la revolution?
That's the spirit. You make a she will not
Is it different this time? How's it different?
the in the blood.
Okay, let's take the blade this time. See how her
Who's
attitude.
there?
She sound. Don't let it. Good. You walk down the stairs. She's focused on the task.
And there you
She's mean.
Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm just gonna kill her this
Oh,
time.
So,
She's
I'm just gonna kill her this
you
time.
lunge forward without a moment. You feel.
this is it, isn't it?
Yeah, okay,
Now,
we've
do
kind of
you
done
actually-
this.
Yeah, but it is.
Oh,
Yes, exactly.
okay.
It's over.
We've done this part already, so let's see if we can change the outcome.
With your work, why do I? You did, but that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a
She didn't
world
kill us
saved
this time.
from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom
Ugh.
isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
So, narrator, what happened?
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here.
This is what the
This
narrator
is
wanted.
good. Everyone is happy.
Let me out of here.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
I don't trust you. I haven't trusted you since
Time
the beginning.
passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Of course we are. I like it here.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Know about that. The good ending. You saved everyone? Oh.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh, okay. Things in the way. You guys can't see that. You can't see my Steam stuff. Didn't you hear the narrator? I was happy. We were happy.
Really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
You got a point. You got a point. Okay, I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good. Because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on. I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you know? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Anything to get out of the cell?
Thank you.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Wow.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Is her body gonna be down there?
The princess's
Oh.
body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Yeah.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Well, I got a good ending, didn't I? Oh, the Spectre? Spectre? Spectre.
You're on a path. You're here.
Okay, but I killed myself. What am I doing
I
here?
assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your
Okay.
Well,
He doesn't remember. As always.
oh, she.
Go back to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Take the blade.
You-
Yep. To the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent.
Is she there?
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
Okay.
I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As
Oh.
you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath.
Oh, she's a ghost. Okay.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrible.
Oh my god.
What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Yeah, I wonder why.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit.
Hey.
Gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Hey,
Her touch
Pookie.
is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again.
She's already
if we
dead.
wanted to.
Wait and see how things play out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
What are you doing? You're not. Why are you not being dead?
I don't feel very bad. But I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me. Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to. Not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are? Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely.
See, this is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death is not just a concept, it is an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort your reality. Cold, hard facts exist. The truth exists. It has to.
Your body's right there, though. You're dead.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
What? Do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest.
Yeah, sorry about
Not
that.
the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Where are you supposed to be?
Home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
This is all explore. You're really dead, then there isn't much for me to do, is there? I guess I'll get going.
This isn't a solution. Nobody wins here.
It's an ending.
You're...
Oh, she's upset, isn't she?
You're abandoning me here?
It would seem so, yes.
Oh.
Everything you've done to me, you've chosen to do more.
The princess starts to float erratically from side to side, her cold exterior melting away.
But if you just leave me, then I'm really just going to be stuck here forever. Then there's nothing I can do. It's just going to go on and on and on and on, lonely and sad and hurting and empty.
No, not that.
She's about to try something. Get ready. The princess passes through you,
Oh.
a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all. Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad? Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that. Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
I don't know if I believe that.
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
Then I guess you've turned me into something worse.
She
Oh.
forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Stare at her in silence.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue.
Oh, we're
an
dead.
icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Slay the princess.
You
Oh.
swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart.
Oh.
It thumps unsettlingly.
Why is it green?
Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Nice. The Wraith. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
No, we're not.
Here we go again.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost. We start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Come on. Let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer.
Yeah. And what if there isn't?
Okay.
That's ridiculous. I think that's exactly what it... Wouldn't that get...
Okay, so you've already been here.
Yep.
Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine... Well, we didn't. We killed ourselves.
And why?
Because you decided to foist
Ooh.
an infinite tedium on us.
It's true.
Doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have...
The end...
Well, of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful.
It was...
It was bullshit.
So you killed yourself?
Yes.
And then she killed us.
Even though she was already dead. This is all fake.
Okay, let's try
Okay.
all this.
We get to the princess seed.
Continue down the path towards the... It isn't long before your
Ooh.
steps away from... The more he...
Whatever.
It's...
Okay, let's get into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror?
The mirror?
You say that every time.
I suppose the only way...
He says that every time about the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others.
I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Oh god, what are we doing?
She's waiting for us right now, just out of sight.
You reach your arm forward into the
Oh.
pitch black of the opening.
Nothing.
What you looking at? Staring into the void.
Again.
Thinking about what it'd be like to die again. I know exactly how you feel.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the
Ooh.
terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. But you decided it would be best to try and bury me all over again.
I did.
You're not getting another chance to mess this up. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
No thank you.
And you get
My
to
foot.
watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it.
Do we even have a choice?
You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time.
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade?
Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here.
But you did hurt me. Twice even. And I'm not letting you do it again.
I'm a victim in all of this too, you know.
And sometimes victims become the same as their victimizers. Just because someone hurt you doesn't mean you get a free pass.
I mean, she's not wrong.
You should be grateful that I still have a use for you. Being mine is more than you deserve, really. Enough talking.
Ew.
We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Hey, Pookie.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head and crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon. So I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us?
I mean, I used the blade twice.
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake.
Oh.
Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
We're
So
possessed.
cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support.
There's another option, you know.
Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Not really. Leave the cabin.
You toss the last of your will aside and surrender to the princess.
You might as well.
Shit. Guess that's that. An end is an end. Let's see what it has in store for us. Your body inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world. But despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away. Please, just let her out. It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met.
Yep.
No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
Bro. Oh, shoot.
It really is, isn't it?
Isn't saying all of this his job?
Oh.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for us.
This is it then?
He did.
The big moment.
I just hope it's a way out.
Me too, buddy. Hey. But as you step outside the bounds of the cabin, you feel another violent tear, a rending that cuts all the way down into your soul. You are once again separated from everything that had nestled in the deep crevices of your body, from everything that isn't you.
Yeah, us again.
How interesting.
We actually won, didn't we?
Again, here we go. Every time.
She's
Yep.
gone. Oh, there's the...
Okay. We're here again.
It's going to do something to us. I can feel it.
Ignore the cowards.
Yep, it's me again. What's up this time? You're nothing at all. A bird? This isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. You me?
I think you know what I am.
The narrator. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass. Two, yeah. Then another crack forms, and another, and turning glass to jagged shards of broken glass. Ooh. This is the narrator, right? So he's a bird. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
If you're... I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like
It
this?
doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
Every time I ask you something like this, a piece of it breaks.
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
I have so many... Are you part of me, or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point, I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Let's see if there's any other ones. Where's this place? Where are we?
Construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now.
Oh.
It won't be able to work like that anymore.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
Let's see. What is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Oh.
Soon I'll be gone entirely,
I'm a god?
and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
A god. I always knew I was special.
Yes, you are special, unique even, and you still have a task that you need to do, and only you can do it.
Run out of question. I'm going to destroy her. Rest easy.
Are you lying?
I'm not lying.
I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Okay. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. Narrator's right. You're the long quiet. A vast and asset god? It's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Cabin, one last time. A seething vessel. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Uh-oh. Oh, there's so many princesses. 3 faces. Guy at the Triclops.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
The Honkai Star Rail reference.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Ugh, I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from 1 into 2, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Oh. What do I do? If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of this would led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that
what are we doing?
both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Hello. Oh. Appeal to your shared community. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Oh.
Your love life drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
Continue to appeal to community. This has always been about the two of us. Two people forced to hurt each other again and again, but we don't have to hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your emotions. Pain is suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
It pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? was at a shelter, we took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown. And through that, you feared nothing.
There can be love and conflict, and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole of reality into the picture.
We are the whole of reality.
Oh!
This torrent of blades cuts you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel
Oh.
all of it.
It's going through all of the choices that we made.
On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts or not you. Alive, dead, then alive and dead, all at once. You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
We're not what? We're not the whole of reality. Why won't you see me the way I still see you? Why won't you see me for what I am?
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine? You are nothing, a black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light with. When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
This doesn't have to be so big. You can come back down to my level. You can come back to me.
Why would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine? It's so peaceful here. Beautiful. Eternal. But ever-changing.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
But I never wanted to fight you. But how do we leave?
Nothing brings me
Carve
greater
me.
joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. Fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature from its hibernation. You feel a sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her. Feel wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing and confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Dang, he loves us. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. What the heck? You are free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. The ending we got. Okay. This music is a banger, though. Oh my god. Dang. The good ending. What is the good ending? I'm gonna skip a little bit. Oh, okay, okay. Let's watch the good ending.
Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
There you are. You look just like you did when we first met. Let's talk for a bit. Maybe we can figure this out. Can we actually do that? What would that even mean? Where would we go?
Oh.
Okay, let's do it.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
Leave the basement with the princess. Oh.
Come on, princess. It's just a door. Sorry, I'm just a little nervous. This is really it. Whatever happens next will be completely new.
I love you.
I love you too.
That's it? Oh my god, what? What? Okay, that one was from Oxokin. So that was my playthrough of Slay the Princess. There are so many more endings of this game, so many more realities, so many more different fast endings that I highly suggest you guys watch some other playthroughs or some explanation videos, because genuinely this game is so good. There is so much content. I only found not even, honestly, maybe 1/4 of everything in the game, so I highly recommend watching some videos about it. But I really like this game. I really liked that every time it was different. Like, it really felt different. It felt like your choices actually mattered, and it felt like you actually influenced the story. So I really enjoyed this game. This is like a 10 out of 10 for me. I really like this. I highly encourage you guys to go play it too. But anyway, that's going to be it for me today, so please remember to join us on Twitch, by the way. These dudes up here, join us here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.